baby. She's up, cause she's a diamond in the rough. My air, my flag, and I can never get enough. No, she must be the reason for the change. That's the...
How y'all doing? What's going on? I am Keith Coney.
And I am Mia Coney.
And this is
Camp Talk with the Coneys.
Man, look here. Thank y'all. Thank everybody who been supporting and giving us a few questions of feedback on. We're going to build. We got a few contests that are coming up next week. And we are definitely deciding to get more into personal conversations with the public. You know, so we looking forward to these conversations as well. So what we want to continue to do in a family independent manner is to continue to first of all introduce ourselves, to get y'all to know and understand us before we try to find out a way to know and understand you. We want to familiarize ourselves with each other. So tonight, doing the Camp Talk with the Coneys, man, I want to give my baby an interview. You know, give her a couple questions to get you guys familiar with her, and hopefully y'all have questions for her as well. You know, so you ready to dive on into this?
I'm ready. Let's go.
She's kind of nervous too, y'all.
Very. We already have. Oh, Toya.
Okay, welcome.
Hi.
Thank you for coming in. Right now, the first question that I got for you right now, baby, is we're gonna start this off brief, you know, which is to basically, tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
Okay. Well, I go by Mia. Real name Maritza.
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 Make sure you pronounce that correctly, because she will. Yeah, Maritza.
I prefer Mia though.
Please.
Thank you. I am a fiance now / wife. Of course, the future Mrs. Coney, even though I'm already Mrs. Coney. A mother. Really just all around sweet person to know, unless you mess with my family. But other than that, I mean, what you see is what you get.
Okay, and it's a lot of that for me. Everybody else just got to deal with it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
All right. Second question. Being a native to Jacksonville, Florida, and Duval County, what is your likes and dislikes about Dublin, Georgia?
Okay, so first I'm going to start just generally. One thing that I like is being out of Florida. Not because anything was wrong with it, but I like to move, I like to travel, I like things different. So definitely one thing that I love about Dublin, Georgia is that you're here. That's what I love. That's the first primary thing that I love about it, is that you're here. Beyond that, I love that it's a good place where to raise your family in regards to housing space-wise. In Florida, you're gonna get like a decent small 2-bedroom apartment, and we just saying decent, running about $1,000.
Okay, so basically, land-wise is a lot cheaper in the southern area of Georgia than it is in Florida.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
even the living expenses.
Yeah, definitely. You can have the size family you want. Know that the children, the animals, they're gonna have the space needed, and you're not gonna break the bank. Then you can, you have your land to do what you want, plant your crops, whatever you want to do. That's attainable, as opposed to, big city living. You're raising your growing crazy toddlers in a small space where they need energy, but you got your neighbors complaining because they too loud. And I like that here has all the space and opportunity needed to really nourish your family.
So definitely one of the nourishments that you're seeing is I'm gonna say in an economical manner, but one of the economical manners is you saying in an agricultural way. You can
Definitely. One, agriculturally, you become self-sufficient, being able to grow do things for yourself, not relying on we really don't know what we're eating out of the grocery stores. But two, also when it comes to children and just as adults, getting fresh air, being outside, doing something with your hands, and just, nourishing what you would call your soul as well.
Okay, now you saying by not being able to rely on the grocery stores, what do you?
Well, I mean, we all say we try to be healthy and we try to eat clean, but we can't really guarantee that that's what's happening. We go and we buy chicken, we think it's chicken. That's what they tell us, but we don't really know that. We're just trusting them or really not caring, to be honest. But by growing your own food now, you know what pesticides you did or did not use. You know what is going on in your own backyard as opposed to just trusting what they say. And then we wonder why our girls look 30 at the age of 12 and our young men look, it's because, it's probably because of what we're eating. We don't know what we're consuming on a daily basis, really, unless we are producing it ourselves.
And I agree. So that's definitely going to be a subject that's going to come into later times throughout our journey as we discuss it, which would be economics, agriculture, and things of that sort. So my next question would be, how long have you been here?
A year.
A year.
Yes.
So within that year, what do you think of the mind frame of people you have come across in Dublin, Georgia?
If I could give my criticism, I would say that from what I've experienced, people tend to be a little more closed-minded. Like if we use, let's say, even the agriculture that I was just speaking of, to a lot of people that seems just unfathomable or just like really crazy. It's like people are stuck in their ways. They have their beliefs, and really listening or hearing out another way, a possible life, they don't really want to hear it or entertain it at all.
So you thinking around here in this area, if you just really just go to a lot of these people and you try to introduce some form of a different knowledge that they may not have been aware of, that you think they would take more of an opportunity to shun away from it instead of listening?
I think so. I think it'll be more looked down on, who does she think, who do they think they are, type of mind frame, instead of just hear me out, at least hear us out.
Okay, I dig that. Okay, so if you could change anything, not just saying Dublin, Georgia, not saying if you could just change anything, what would it be?
I would change the amount of, if this makes any sense, the amount of people or friends that I personally have, that we have as a family. I really can't say that I have any loyal friends, and that's just on just my end alone. Someone that I know that if we really needed to reach out to, or not even reach out to, build with, that we don't have that. We don't have people that we can build with, true people who really want to excel, and that's one thing I would change. I would definitely have more of that in our lives.
And why would you think that people are not on the level of wanting to build or accept foreign ideas? Okay, think about that too. I just want to welcome in Ms. Judon, and that's Miss Davis.
Hello. Honestly, I think part of it is fear of the unknown, fear of change. I think that would be one reason why people don't want to build. Not to sound so cynical and negative, but to take it to the other end, sometimes it's just jealousy. They don't want to, if they're not the first ones to come up with it, the first ones with the idea or to do it, they don't want anyone to do it. Instead of everyone really saying that we can all eat together.
Now, do you think that it's possible that you could find some type of way to penetrate those type of mind frames? If so, like, what strategy, if possible, that could be used?
Honestly, I don't know at the moment. It's like I could keep trying to reach out. However, there's only so much energy that me personally is willing to spend on someone who doesn't want what I feel, don't want to get it. You know, it's like all I can do is bring you what I feel is my personal truth, our truth as a family, what we think may work. But I can't force you to want to do it or take it.
Okay, so these is also questions that's also for you guys out there too. Is right now, if it seems like if our people try to find some type of way to come together, it's gonna either be some outside foreign force is trying to infiltrate it and to make sure it does not happen, or it's gonna either be our people just not trusting, not having faith, and really wanting to build with each other. So the thing is, if you're gonna start with trying to penetrate the minds of the people who will not believe in their people and come together, how would you do it? What would you say? What strategy would you use? Okay.
Real quick, can I say something? And if there are people willing to build, because we're not going to throw everyone in that category, let us know.
Yeah, definitely, because we definitely are about building, you know. So, and that is what this is. This is the opportunity for all this. You know, it's not just about coming on Facebook through this podcast and just talking. We walk the walk, and if you guys out there somewhere walk that walk too, let's unite, man. Let's build. Okay. If you could do something, anything, if you could just do anything in the world that you wanted, what would it be?
I would try to get, or I would get additional property overseas. And by property, mean not just land, but also bank accounts, currency. You hear a lot of the wealthy not only have U.S. accounts, but have offshore accounts as well. So it has to be something in it.
Yeah, and I agree. So basically, you saying, like you say, not so much as land, but you want to be able to juggle more than just one form of currency.
Right.
You want to be able to juggle not just American money. You want to be able to juggle Asian currency.
Yeah.
Definitely. What about creating your own currency? You think that's possible?
I think that's possible because all currencies started with brand new creation. Like Bitcoin, it came out of really nowhere and got legalized to be traded as currency. So I definitely think it's possible. That's something I would definitely want to do.
Definitely. Now, before we go further, let's get involved in listen to these people right here before. Okay, our first person. Lack of consistency.
Hinders, yeah.
Lack of consistency, yeah, that does hinder. It does hinder. So, what do you do with lack of consistency? What do you do? You know, or do you waste time trying to teach someone how to not lack that consistency, how to gain consistency, or do you pass that person and go unify yourself with other people who are making consistency? It's like, what do we do? How do we get people to not lack consistency? People don't trust one another anymore, and rightfully so. Okay. I would really like to understand why you say rightfully so. You know, maybe I'm taking it the wrong way. It's like you saying people don't trust each other no more. Rightfully so. So they're saying like you understand why these people, why we don't trust each other no more. I don't understand it. It's like I have some form of an idea. But I don't understand it. You know, so whatever understanding you have, please enlighten me.
If I could speak on that a little bit, I think more so than just lack of trust, it's fear of getting burnt. As far as, we'll use money as an example. If I invest my money, how do I know that they're going to do what they're supposed to, or that I'm going to get a return? And I can understand that, but what I'm saying is lack of trust sometimes hinder you. So it's like the whole thing is then to let's find a middle ground. Let's say if it comes monetary wise, we're not asking you to invest your all, but you can sacrifice 2 Starbucks. That's not going to hurt you. If you would have spent $10 on Starbucks that week, start with that. We're not asking people to invest large amount where if it doesn't work, you're getting burnt in the end. But little sacrifices can be made as the trust is getting built. Now, as you see that, okay, this is going as it should, then you start doing more and more. So there's middle ground I feel could be found.
So the best way to help lack of consistency is to basically you still waiting on people because they got to make that sacrifice, right?
Right.
What if they don't make the sacrifice? What would we do? Where would we start?
Well, I'm going to speak for us in terms of our example. They're going to do, or we're going to do it regardless. And what's going to happen is now in the end, when everything is established, then everyone's going to want to jump in. And sorry, but there's not going to be room then. It's not. You know? So it's like, really, we can't force you, but those are the odds that you have to gamble with, and just understand that if you don't put just a little faith, there may not be a place for you in the end.
Right, definitely. Agreed. That part. You never know anyone's true motives. Oh man, that's powerful, Toya. That's powerful, and that's the most scariest thing about trying to build something for not only just for yourself and your immediates, what we know is our family, but we want to reach out and grab other people that's our family too, and help them build too. But there's some people out there who ulterior motives is, and I know it, man. It's so dangerous to where only thing they want to do is destroy what you building, and they have nothing else behind that but to destroy what you. And it's like, knowing that, should I stop pursuing what I know could possibly be the death of me? That's basically what you're saying when I don't understand people's motives. One of me and my baby's biggest goal is to provide a place for people to build, for us to build our own empire, to depend on nobody else but us. That's it. But in the process of doing it, it's possible that I don't get to see the promised land. It's possible that in the process of trying to help people build something that I know that we deserve, somebody can hate me so much just because of that and want to just take me out. Me knowing that, should I stop building what I know deserve to be built? You have anything on that, baby?
Now you said it all.
Okay, now and now this takes us to the next question. If you could build something, what would you build?
Honestly, we're talking about overseas and land and property. Another thing I would build is a home overseas on that land. I feel like it's always smart to not put all your eggs in one basket. Just having resources in different parts, not just United States of America, but different parts of the world in general. You never know what might happen here. We got to go.
That's right. Definitely. And do you have a particular country or maybe two that you have in mind that you would?
I'm gonna be a little biased on this, but Panama. One, by that being the country of my family's heritage, but I have cousins and family who have additional property in Panama. So even when they go visit, they stay at their own home that they purchased, and it's very affordable. That's what I've heard. Purchasing a home there is very affordable, and the country is a land of growth. It's a jungle climate, so you can grow agriculturally really well as well.
I'm gonna read this next one. I was thinking a little bit more of like Australia. Okay. Toya Davis says, that's understandable. However, once everyone has some common understanding, then the ones that aren't on the same accord will weed themselves out anyway. Everyone wants a part of something, but no one is willing to make the sacrifices. Sound like my song.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
I'm tell you. I'm tell you. Everybody want it, but don't nobody want to make sacrifices. You know, and I understand that. You know, so it's another thing is that no one wants to feel unimportant or not having a said place in different avenues. See, this is the thing. This is what everybody got to realize. Everybody got to realize that when you standing here as me sitting here as an individual person, I can name. You see that? That's a fingernail. This is a finger. You know, I can name everything on his body, every different thing on his body. But in the end, want to know what it is? This is a body. And see, everybody is forgetting that. See, everybody don't want to serve their place on the body. You know what I'm saying? See, you got people that naturally just naturally grew in this spot here and became a fingernail on the hand. But you saying, damn, why couldn't be the little grooves in the middle of the hand? You know, you got the nose saying, damn, why I couldn't listen? You know? And then folks say they believe in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Some have been given the spirit to interpret tongues. Some have been given to the way they can speak tongues. Everybody is created for a different reason and purpose. And if we learn our purpose, if we learn our reason, if we learn the seasons, then we will understand. Right, exactly. Agreed. Agreed. Okay. This is a pretty good question. I think this next one would be pretty good. What principle do you stand on?
Loyalty.
You care to explain?
Yeah, it's not just loyalty by action. You know, loyalty and hand in hand has to be love. I can't really just pick loyalty and not add love with it. And by that means showing it. Anyone can say, I love you, I'm loyal to you, but it's different in show it. You know, I love to say it, I love to hear it, but it's the everyday actions that make it count. And people think it has to be great, spectacular things. It's the smallest, it's the little things. You know, it's how you live every day to show that you actually love or loyal to a person. It's treating them exactly how you would want to be treated. Right. You know, it's giving the same respect you would want in return.
Right. Totally agree. So now, with loyalty being the principle that you stand on, how would you? The way you broke it down to me, that was a beautiful thing. If you had to choose another word to describe loyalty, one word.
One word to describe loyalty. Selflessness.
Everything must come together to make something whole. And my baby sis, Miss Summer Coney Edwards, says understanding. One thing I knew about understanding is the best part of the picture. Understanding is the best part of the picture. I can definitely agree that. It ain't too much I can say to that one. You know, understanding is the greatest part of the picture. And Miss Shantae Judon says, I agree, Miss Coney. Love and loyalty go hand in hand. They do. She's talking to you.
Yes. I mean, yeah, well said. I feel like they're both going to reflect each other, you know, and it's going to speak in actions. You could say, I'm loyal to you all day, but the time is going to come where you're going to have to put forth some action that's going to show that. Same thing with love. That's why I use the word selfless, because true love and loyalty, there comes a point where that love and loyalty is going to require you to put that other person before what you want, before yourself. It doesn't have to be dire situations. It could be simple, but love and loyalty causes that person's ambitions and feelings to matter more than your own. You sacrifice yourself for the betterment.
It's beautiful said.
Thank you.
Make me want to kiss you on camera, baby.
Oh, I don't mind. Love you.
Yes, ma'am.
You want me to grab it?
Please. Okay, now here's the thing. Loyalty goes two ways, right? So loyalty is gonna go towards a loved one, and loyalty is gonna go towards a people.
Sure.
You know. So now, when we express a loyalty now, let's also express this love. Ew. Hey, come on now. That loyalty and love. I'm gonna just skip that. Loyalty and love comes without restrictions and conditions.
Yeah.
Can you? Okay, Miss Davis said that loyalty and love comes without restrictions and conditions. Now, what I want you to do instead of agreeing with my sister is explain to me what you mean by loyalty and love comes without restrictions and conditions. Do you care to go a little bit more in detail so I can explain that theory or your concept to everybody else? If you don't mind. But now, besides that, they hate me, baby.
They sound like the children.
Now, besides that, is we have a loyalty that we understand that that's towards commitment of a loved one. Where does this loyalty exist with a people? Where does this loyalty exist with a people? Does loyalty exist with a people? Can that be a question?
Yeah.
Does loyalty exist with a people? Hey, y'all ain't not here to be talking to each other. Y'all supposed to be talking to me. Now, does loyalty exist with a people? Do you think loyalty exists with a people? Without people?
Whew. I feel like there's a handful of people who actually show loyalty to each other, but overall, to be honest, no. I don't. I feel like it's really a dog-eat-dog selfish mentality.
Why?
Why are you saying, like, why do you think that?
Why do you think we like that?
I don't know. I don't know really what
Do you
got
think
us
do you
there.
think that this type of hatred that's going on between our people, do you think it's the men? Do you think it's the women? Do you think it's the men and the women?
Oh, it's everybody. It's everybody, men and women.
Ms. Judon says small groups, but not as an entirety. You would have to explain that one too. I need. Can we pull her in on the conversation?
Yeah, let me see.
Would you like to get pulled on this conversation to explain? Would you and Toya like to get pulled in on this conversation to explain your behalf if we can do it? But me,
I'm thinking from her end, she may have to request to join the live.
you have to request to join the live
sure.
if you want to explain in detail, or you could just text it, and I don't mind reading it. But it's difficult for me to say whether this loyalty exists or not. You know, it does exist in small groups, but it's like, I can't say small groups. I'm gonna say it exists spread out. Okay, no problem. But thanks for the support though. Thank you for the support, baby. That's deep.
Toya also, she went out and explained.
Okay, Toya, explain. Okay, excuse me, baby. Okay, you want to read it?
Oh, you can.
Okay, Miss Davis says, example, she might love a guy wholeheartedly. However, her love also sways depending on how he treats her. However, her grandmother loves her unconditionally. Right or wrong, whether I'm rich or poor, her love doesn't come with restrictions and conditions. I think that everybody loves. How do you request to be on? How do you request to be on? I think everybody love though comes with conditions and restrictions. Yeah. Even your mama, your daddy, your grandmama, your auntie, your children. They come with restrictions and conditions. Yeah. You agree?
I can agree. As far as how do you request to be on, I'm not sure at the moment, but that is something we would definitely have figured out by the next podcast. So bear with us as we learn everything technically how to do this.
But I think everybody come with conditions. All love that exists has a condition and a restriction. All of it. No matter how much my mama love me, she ain't gonna let me talk certain ways around her. You know, that's a restriction. You know, and as I got older, it started, a lot of conditions start happening. Situations. Everybody is in some form of condition and restriction. That's gonna be next to impossible. I don't care whoever you meet. They all gonna say you some type of way. We just got to learn how to really know how to invest our entirety, not as a sucker or a fool, but to know how. We all got to know how to love. And when I say in order to know how to love, you got to be willing to ask the person who is your partner. You have to be willing to ask that person to teach you how to love them. Sitting because, see, you can't love me the same way you love your ex nigga. I ain't no way in the hell. Just because you done been with 57 folks, I'm number 58, baby. You can't love me the same way you love the mother 57. You better ask me. Okay, Toya say, how do you, I don't know, okay. But she'll never give up on you. A female friend will check quickly.
Check out, yeah.
What does she mean?
And we have these discussions a lot between men and women, and I feel like Toya would agree with this aspect. As you feel like women would stick together more than men, and we're saying like they'll check out on a friendship quick, like way quicker than the men would.
I'm not going for that one. No, baby. That's why we ain't got no. See, look, I done tried this. Toya, look, I tried this as a stunt. I went out of town. We was in Savannah.
Yep.
In Savannah, and I went up to a girl, and I was like, and I did 3 girls. Now I was like, yo, look, I'm finna get ready to go over here and jump on this girl, and they know I was just playing. I was like, yo, I'm finna get ready to go over here and jump on this girl. I'm like, don't tell nobody. And she was like, what? Hey, he said, and I go to the other girl, until all the girls stood by his side. I went to one dude and said, hey man, all 3 of these women trying to jump on me, man. I'm gonna go bust them in the head. You stick with me? Home say, oh no, boy, ain't with that shit. No. You feel me? Now, what I do? I go to 3 men and be saying the same thing. They not with it. Women is not finna let no man jump on another woman in public. Women ain't finna do it. A nigga let a nigga whoop your ass in public. Man, I'm telling you, man, men ain't got no loyalty to each other, and they got to be changed. Miss Judon says she has 2 consistent friends, female friends. Toya said I said a mouthful there, though. LOL, yep.
But I think, yeah, in the area, when it comes to like a real, actual, I like the word that you don't use, consistent. When it comes to consistency in friendship with women, women tend to fall by the wayside a lot quicker. And when you really need that thick or thin, it'd be like when you needed someone to cry when you were going through it, we were there.
Listen.
We were there. And then when now it's our turn, like, girl, well, I'm getting my hair done. I'll talk to you later.
Man, I guarantee you, y'all can, at 2, 3 in the morning, unless the JBTV messing us up now. 2, 3 in the morning, y'all can call one of your girlfriend like Sheila, I need to talk to you. And she's like, what's going on, Carol? And it's like, Ricky beat me again. Girl, I'm gonna come over there. You know what this nigga is? Man, I can't call my nigga. Man, nigga, I just need $5.
NBTV.
Oh, NBTV.
Yeah, let her be. Now, look, when she's single, she may be more consistent. You going through with your man, and she don't have a man either, she gonna listen to you. But let her have a man, and you need some advice. You call up, well, I'm laid up with my man right now. Can you call me later? They fall off quick, baby.
Now, see, I kind of understand the relationship. See, dudes, they ain't gotta be in a relationship. They ain't gotta be in there. Let me call one of my homeboys at 3 o'clock in the morning. He is not answering. He'll find out in the morning when y'all call him and tell him what done happened to me.
Look, these are one of those we always just got to agree to disagree. Latoya say, yeah, we gonna keep going on that one. Y'all, he sees the best in us. He see the best in women, but we know better about each other. We know better.
I love women. I'm a fan of women. You know, my guys, man, listen, man. I am loyal to my guys, man. I love my guys, man. We just got to do better, you know?
Toya, I'm not for the play with her. She said, we curse our friend out about that no good dude, but we'll be right over there. That is a mess. They
right.
do it. And women do it.
Right.
But anyway.
I need my guys, man. I need my men, man. I need my guys, man. I need my guys. Listen, man. We need each other, man. We need each other. I need my guys, man. See, look, right now, when you look at who is supporting the podcast, I got 5,617,773.5 friends. Men friends. And ain't now one of them up here. I got 8 women friends and 7.5 of them up there. Tari, you the hell.
All right, we have a Larry Sinkfield.
Oh, what up? What going on, Bo? Hey, boy, you just turned the knots down now. You ain't the half though. You ain't one and a half of one of my friends. Huh? You a hoe now. Larry Sinkfield in this bitch, baby. Uh-oh. Excuse me for cussing. I ain't mean that shit. But yeah, man, I need my men though. I really do, man. I have an anger towards my men, but I love them. But I have an awe about women, which makes me respect them. I'm gonna tell you something that I was talking to my baby about, and it's a sickness that flows through all men, man. To where it seems like we are entitled to be more aggressive towards each other. It's like we the gorillas out there. You know, it's you got one in the hill, but he won't be able to maintain by himself. But us men, we tend to, every time we get around each other, we want to be the gorillas. We just got to stand up and want to beat on our chest. Like for some reason, we always got to be competitive against each other for nothing. We can't come together and reason for nothing, man. It's like even if you got to take it back and beef it out with the fist, man. Get in that circle and beef it out. Even if you got to take it to that point, and after that is over with, we need to come together. You say you're a gorilla, get in that circle. Let's gorilla it out, man. But let's build. Let's build, man. Without us, my guys, the world can't keep it ain't gonna function the way it's supposed to function. I need my guys. Oh, my boss said he don't know whose side to take. Y'all both telling the truth. And Toya said she just playing. That's good. That's good. You know, but you know what we seek out, man. Hopefully, you know, day by day, minute by minute, second by second, iota by iota. You know, it's progressing, but still it needs effort. But through these time and efforts, hopefully we'll really find a way to commune and come together and build. Man, it's just so much that we could do. It's so much we could do, and we got to, you know, we got to learn how to put pride to a side. We got to learn how to put pride to a side and come together and build. Man, listen, man, you got people who are billionaires, and they have a whole building of like 300 to 400 different people in this building that's running this whole industry. And now the 300 people inside this building, can you imagine how many folk don't like each other? Can you imagine how many folk don't like each other? Yeah. But the business gets handled. Right. Them folks still handle the business. And they take care of personal issues outside of the business. We need to learn how to come together and handle the business. My boss said that's how we were trained, G. That right? That right? That right? We know that, family. We know. Miss Davis say we need y'all too, but we need y'all to get back to being men, not this new school men. Okay, now, be careful when you throw a punch at my guy. So like, I'm gonna throw some punches back now. Are you talking about these new school men? What about these new school women? You feel me? We want y'all, hey, we need to get right. I'm telling you now, we need to get right. Men need to be men, but don't try to say like old school men. You know, cause get what? I'm not gonna be out there picking no cotton. See, that's what you still thinking about old school. You say old school men bring it home to meat. Man, hey, it's a new way we can bring home the meat. It's a new way we can pick the cotton out. The man, as time progresses, so does evolution. Everybody evolves in evolution. You know, nobody should remain the same way. Ain't no way in the hell you gonna be born in 1943 and you still got a 1943 mind in 2022. You got 23. Ain't no way. You have to change. You have to elevate. Man, the world is going to a technology place. You telling me now you ain't gonna study, you ain't gonna learn technology? You got to be able to change with the world. Don't lose yourself. Don't lose yourself now. But you have to be able to change with the world. Well,
yes.
You about ready, baby?
About ready.
Okay. Well, listen, man. Enjoy y'all. Don't want to hold you guys up too long. I got to get back here and wrestle with my son before he go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Tonight just not going to be right if I don't do that. Let me handle that business. You feel me? Give my girl that little huggies. You feel me? Protect you. Now, I agree with that. Protect and provide us. I agree with that, baby.
Can I leave one quick question for
Yes,
that
ma'am.
Before we log off?
Yes, ma'am.
Just a little piece of thing about
I got one more question for you, though, before we log off.
Okay.
We're going to end this with one more question from you.
But this is a good future topic also to think about later. Also, y'all remember, if you want to submit topics, make sure you like and follow the Wombs page, and then you can submit your topics in the messenger there. But quick question, something to think about for future, something that had been on my mind. And you've heard me say, we hear women, and this is where I may lose my women friends. We hear women say they want a traditional man. But with being a traditional man, are you willing to be the traditional woman?
Cook, clean,
take
care of children.
Yeah, because the more traditional woman was more, and so, and I hate to use this word, but I can't think of a better one right now. Submissive was more of a humble. Are you willing to do that? If you want the traditional man, are you too willing to be the traditional woman? Food for thought.
I agree with that, baby. Okay. Mr. Sinkfield say, what y'all think about women going back to being, okay? She just said it. Submissive as long as her man ain't crashing out on no dummy shit. And Miss Beanie Plummer said, I would like to submit a topic. Okay, in order to submit a topic, again.
So go to the Wombs. It's a dot period between each letter.
W.O.M.B.S.I.N.C.
Yes. And we'll also paste the link in the comment section of this live too to make it easy for y'all to click on to get straight to it in case that's a lot to do.
Yeah, thank you, baby. But I got one more question I want to ask my baby before we get out of here. Okay, and this last question is Marisa
Yes.
times Keith Coney
Oh, heck.
plus Doug
Okay.
divided by haters equals what?
Equals what? Okay, you're going to make me do a little math. So you said Maritza times Keith Coney. That's a lot right there already. Plus Dublin. Okay. But then divided by the haters equals what? Success.
Success. Well, fellas, we finna end tonight on success. I love y'all. Thank y'all. Look forward to y'all coming back to this podcast next Friday. Submit some questions on Womb Inc. We will have that at the top of the.
We'll have it in the comment section